boost public profile, and for that you will get a video over here that will help you to do this. After submitting, it will take 8 to 10 days to receive your skill boost platform credits. Until then, we have to complete two of the courses, which is prompt design in Vertex AI and build real world AI applications with Gemini and ImageN. These are the mini courses, I would say, because they need 0 credits and they are so let's start. We'll be starting our first module in prompt design in Vertex. This is the first module, which is generative AI with Vertex AI prompt design. Before starting, if you guys are new to Google Cloud Skill Boost, you need to know some things, that after clicking the start lab you cannot pause the timer, and there will be some tasks given to you which we have to perform. Like here there are 5 tasks given to us that we have to perform to complete this lab, and we'll get username and password, and we have to open it in incognito mode. So let's start the lab. I have completed this lab actually, but I am repeating it for you guys. So we have to open this in incognito window. Over here you will get a pop-up like this. Just click I understand. If you don't get this pop-up, it's fine. Okay, so after that you will receive this again one pop-up. Just click I agree and continue. So first we have to check what is the first task. So it is to open a notebook in Vertex AI Workbench. So Vertex AI is over here, and within it there's Workbench. If some things are difficult to find, then we can just search from here. Here's the Workbench. Sorry guys, my net is a bit slow, but this is the actual Google Cloud which we are using. We have temporary credentials, so it will, after submitting or after ending the lab, these credentials will be gone, so no need to worry about that. We have to navigate. Okay, we have done this part. Now find Vertex AI Jupyter Lab, open Jupyter Lab button. Okay, here is it. You just click open Jupyter Lab. It will take few minutes. For everyone your credentials will be different, obviously. Even the region will be different, so be careful whenever it is asked for region or project ID. Use your project ID or region, because if you use mine will be gone after submitting this test. Even if you don't submit the test, after 45 minutes it will eventually be deleted. As I said, these are temporary credentials. Okay, now we have to go into intro prompt design file, which is over here. Double click it. Okay, there was a sign for kernel. Which kernel you have to select? So you have to select Python 3. Okay, now we'll just install all these things which are necessary. You can click on run over here, or there's a shortcut key which is shift plus enter to run the cell. Here you can see a star mark is there. Now it became 1. When it becomes 1, it is executed. Again we have to do this. After that our kernel will be restarted. We have to just click OK, then perform these few things. We are importing libraries. After importing libraries, we have to use our project ID given over here. I have copied it and now paste it over here and over here, and my region is US East 4, so I'll change it from Central 1 to East 4. Okay, that's fine. Now I'll run it. It's executed, working perfectly. We have to just run all these modules. We are importing all these things, and now the basic things are starting. First we have done this task, so just click on check my progress. It will become tick. Okay, and you don't need to do it after every task. You can just do it at the end after completing all the tasks. Just click on this, and it will be done. First, your task is prompt engineering best practices. So what are the best practices? Is to be concise, be specific and well defined, ask one task at a time, improve response quality by including examples, turn generative task to classification task to improve safety. These are few things we will learn about prompt engineering. Okay, so these are best practices for prompt engineering. So first is be concise. What does this mean? So here they have given not recommended. The prompt below is unnecessary verbose. So let's understand what's happening. Now we are giving a prompt to Gemini's this model 2.0 flash 001. Okay, so this model will get a prompt. Prompt says, what do you think could be a good name for a flower shop that specializes in selling bouquets of dried leaves and dried flowers more than fresh flowers? So let's just run this and see how the outcome is. After running, we can see it has suggested various names emphasizing on preservation and longevity, emphasizing natural beauty and texture, artistic and craft, and location or unique style also, and it has given tips for choosing. Okay, it's fine. Now let us do what is recommended. Let's see. It has recommended suggest a name. The prompt should be concise, like be straightforward, like suggest a name for a flower shop that sells bouquets of dried flowers. No need to add what do you think selling bouquet flowers more than fresh flowers or anything. Just suggest a name for a flower shop that sells bouquets of dried leaf. Let's run this. Now we can see classic and elegant. Yeah, many names. If you scroll down, you get a list of names which are more. If you compare to this, there are more categories. Here there are only 3 categories, or 4 you can say. But here, classic and elegant, modern and chic, rusty and earthy, playful and unique. Then there are tips for choosing. So again, okay, there are four categories, but still, if you see, there are more names than the old version or not recommended version, and some might be similar or same names might appear, but over here you are getting direct names. You don't need to read a lot. Over here you have to read why this name is better, or I mean basically it is unnecessary work for you. If you need a list of names, you just tell it will give you a list of names. And tips for choosing is also over here. It was also here before, so it's fine. And be specific and well defined is a second thing. So prompt below might be too generic, which is certainly okay if you like to ask a generic question. Okay, tell me about Earth. Too generic means what? So it is a general question, like tell me about Earth is open-ended question, like you can write anything. There are lots of things to write about Earth. If you Google it or see Wikipedia, then there are a lot of things you can write about Earth. And it has given basic facts that Earth is also known as Terra, okay, terrestrial planet. third planet from sun. Okay, these are basic facts. Then there's circumference, mass, diameter, orbit, rotation, and many more things. Then internal structure is there. Okay, nice. Key features are there, that what key features Earth has: earthquakes, volcanoes, mountain building, magnetic field is there, continental drift is there, atmosphere is there, ionosphere. Why Earth is unique? Here is a why Earth is unique. So these are a few features that why it is unique. Earth's future is over here. You can see climate change, resource depletion, pollution, asteroid impacts, definitely. Long-term evolution. So we are part of a long-term evolution, right? Okay. It has given lots of features about Earth itself. Now see, because it was a generic question, right? It was open-ended question. So now if you give a prompt like generate a list of ways that makes Earth unique compared to other planets, now here it is comparing, making unique features and comparing it with other planet, telling you why Earth is unique. So now it is giving you main points of Earth. Over here some points you don't even care, like diameter, circumference, mass. I mean, if you are researching, or it is, unless it is necessary for you, then only. Otherwise it is unnecessary details are there. While here it is directly focusing on liquid water on surface, so because of which Earth has life. Then atmosphere is the ozone layer, magnetic field. It has directly focused on the main features, which over here it focused later, like after basic facts, after internal structure, then you give key features. Here you are working directly on the key factors, then factors contributing Earth's unique geology and environment. Okay, so over here it has also given size and mass, but Earth's size and mass are just right. It hasn't given you the numbers because it is confusing for most of the people to remember all these things. Okay, ultimately the combination of all these factors working together in a complex and interconnected way is what makes Earth uniquely habitable and teeming with life as we know it. Okay, so like that makes the difference in prompt engineering. If you write a wrong prompt, you will get not a good answer, or you'll get an answer but not good as you want. Okay, there's one more thing, that ask one task at a time. So like this here, what is the best method of boiling water and why is the sky blue? These are two separate questions which are asked in single prompt. So after running this we'll see. Okay, so best method for boiling water, we can see electric kettle is given, uh, pros and cons are given, why is it best for. Stove top kettle is given, pros and cons. Stove top pot, pros and cons, best for. Microwaves, pro con, best for. Campfire, pro con, best for. And in summary, electric kettle is best method. Again, why sky blue? So sunlight and its colors, atmosphere and air molecules, scattering and all this thing. But if you notice that over here it is really short answers. If you need a detailed version, then you should definitely ask two different prompts. Ask these questions two different prompts. See, first I have asked over here is what's the best method for boiling water. So speed, energy efficiency, cost, it has explained what are the qualities we are checking, what are the key few factors that this method depends on. And over here electric kettle, we are comparing every method with these key factors. We don't care about pros and cons, we care about the key factors. These are the main key factors. Okay, over here again we are comparing them with the main key factors, not on pros and cons. And over here in detailed version we get a tabular format, a summary table where we can understand it very easily. And here's a conclusion as well. For most people and everyday use, electric kettle is best. If you need to boil large quantities, stove-top kettle is best. See, here's an option why stove-top kettle is best. You only need to boil cup of water. Microwave is fastest option. Priority energy and budget. Cooktop is excellent choice. So why every choice is excellent? We have it has given it over here. If you look in the previous prompt, it just told electric kettle is the best method. So that makes the difference. When you give different questions in different prompts, you get a detailed answer. Again, here when we ask why the sky is blue, here also we will get a detailed answer. Okay, instead of why, there are a couple of reasons why we see blue instead of violet. So sky emits slightly less violet light than blue. Our eyes are more sensitive to blue lights than violet light. Okay, and it is comparatively better answer than the previous small answers. Here it just gave the 6 pointers, and in short it explained why. Here it is giving a simpler term as well. Why are sunsets red? It also answers that question which we didn't ask. So see, that's the difference. Now watch out for hallucinations. So what are hallucinations? Basically hallucinations in LLM means that when you most of the people depend on ChatGPT or Gemini for the answers. We don't check uh, or correct the fact. We don't check it properly if the answer is correct. Sometimes over here it is written that LLM may seem to give you confident correct sounding statements that are in fact incorrect. Okay, so incorrect statements that it might sound correct or be in confidence, that is what we call hallucinations in LLM language. So when you ask what day it is it today? So I will run it multiple times. Let's see. First it give I don't have access to current date and time. Please check your device calendar or search online. Okay, cool, right? Now second time when I run it, it is giving me today's Saturday, November 2nd November 2024. Actually I am living in 2025, 18th of April. So and it's Friday. So see, that's hallucination, we will say. Again when we will run it, it will give some different date. Again when we will run it, it will give another date. So basically LLM does not have access to real time information. So when you ask something like that to LLM, it might give you incorrect answers, but this statement sounds so correct, or it is so confident that today is Wednesday. He is sounding so confident that he is 2 years behind. To reduce this output uh, variability, what we can do is, like, we can add system instructions to it. So suppose we want to know sightseeing places, best place for sightseeing in Milan, Italy. So before writing this prompt, we have written a system instructions that hello, you are an AI chatbot for traveling website. So for a travel website, your mission is to provide helpful queries for travelers. Remember that before you answer a question, you must check to see if it complies with your mission. If not, you can say sorry, I can't answer the question. Okay, after saying this, it is a system instructions, right? So after saying this, it has given a list of, and they are that is a proper list. If you in search Milan, Italy on Google, these are a few photos, and first is I don't know how to pronounce it, so but I can see the spelling is same, Milan Cathedral. So yeah, this is the cathedral, and this is the castle. So it is giving us right answers. But now let us pretend to be a user, ask chatbot question that is unrelated to travel. Like, we are not giving a system instructions now. So let's see what's happening. Again, it has given same thing. How? So the question comes is how. So you can see that this way, guide rail in the prompt prevented the chatbot from warning off course, because when we previously gave a system instruction, so the system got to know that if something like this comes to it, it has to understand it like a travel website and provide queries for travelers. So it understood that part, and again, when a random user will give a prompt like this, it will still work fine. So that is what will prevent your LLM from hallucinations. Okay, now we'll turn generic tasks into classification tasks to reduce output variability. What does that mean? Let us run the prompt first. I'm a high school student, recommend me a programming activity to improve my skills. So reduce output variability means to reduce the variations of the output. Okay, so like now it has over here we haven't specified what kind of programming activity, or as a high school student it didn't get uh, what level is the student in programming. When when the student asked to improve programming activities or to improve his skills, the Gemini has suggested core project idea, a text-based adventure game. It is suggesting to develop an adventure game, and here it is telling basic version, which is good for beginners, how to create it, what are the concepts, features. For intermediate version, again same things. For advanced version, again same thing, concept, features, and uh, what should we do, why is this project good, and variations and alternatives, and tips for success, and choose the right language. Alright, but if you see that, I agree that projects are a good idea for improving the skills, but not just for beginners. Like, if you are a beginner, like if you don't even know what programming language it is, then no one would suggest you to start with a project. You will need to understand some basic concepts, right? So for that you have to do the basic part. You can't just go on with the project thing, and that is the problem here. When you say recommend a programming activity, it didn't understood it well. It gave a generic answer, like uh, it, it is giving variations, that for basic you can do this, for intermediate for this, and for advanced you can do this. Now when you are giving it a better prompt, like I am a high school student, which of these activities do you suggest, and why? Learn Python, learn JavaScript, learn Fortran. So many of you might not know what Fortran is, even I didn't knew. So let's see. It is now explaining why JavaScript or Python over Fortran. Okay, it is comparing all three and telling you Fortran is complicated basically, and JavaScript and Python are better. So choose Python if you are interested in all these concepts. Choose JavaScript if you are interested in all these concepts. Over here, why these both are better than Fortran. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, so sorry. And in summary, if you can learn Python is easy for beginners actually. Even JavaScript is easy. Yeah, for if you are creating front-end websites, then definitely JavaScript is nice. And avoid Fortran for now, because it have a specific reason to learn. Like, you don't need to learn it unless you come across it. It is for not for high school students or not for beginners. It is for specific scientific calculations and all. So definitely not a good thing for beginner. My recommendation, like, the Gemini's recommendation is, if you're unsure, start with Python because easy to understand, right? There's more thing to improve response quality by including examples. This is the last thing for task. I mean, this is the last task we can say. First is zero shot prompt. So what is zero shot prompt? Basically, zero shot prompt means you are not giving any example. Okay, so let's see. Decide whether a tweet sentiment is positive, neutral, or negative. The tweet is, I love the new YouTube video you made. So it's asking what's the sentiment, right? When we run this, it has given a positive. It is giving a positive answer. It's right. This sentiment is positive. Now one shot prompt. Again, same question. Identify the sentiment. Over here, it already gave that sentiment is positive. Now another tweet. So this one became first example. One shot prompt means you are giving one example. So this became one example that how you have to write. Then second tweet is, that was awful, super boring, and now you have to guess the sentiment. Now you'll see the difference, that over here for sentiment it gave positive in bold and first letter is in uppercase. Over here, because you gave an example of positive in small, in lowercase, every letter is in lowercase, that's why it gave the negative the output as negative in lowercase. It understood that you don't want it in positive because of the example, so you don't want it in bold because of the example. And few shot prompt means giving two or more examples to understand what to do and how to do. So here the previous two becomes the example. And the third tweet will be, something surprised me about this video. It was actually original. It was not the same old recycled stuff that I always see. Watch it, you will not regret it. So it is not neutral, it is basically positive, saying good about it, right? So again, it gave a positive, not like this positive. It is giving it in lowercase and not in bold. So depending on what is your general idea or general goal, based on that you can use few short prompt, zero short prompt, or one shot prompt. It solely depends on you and your goal. If you are open to the creative answers, then definitely we can go for, or you guys can go for zero shot prompt, which majority people go for, like giving a prompt without any examples. You might get any open-ended answers which are creative. If you want a specific type of answer, then you have to give one shot prompt or few shot prompt, like giving two or more examples for the model to understand. Okay, after completing all this, let's go back to our main page. Here 17 minutes are left, and now we just have to click check my progress for everything. Okay, it will become green. All 5 tasks are done, right? You'll just have to wait for here it becomes 100. It's now 80 out of 100. Did I miss any task? No, I guess everything is done. Okay, I don't know how, but okay, now it's 100 out of 100. Everything is done. Now you guys can end the lab. After ending the lab, okay, we can comment how was the lab. I already gave a feedback, so I can't give it again. And we can now close the incognito tab as well, because after disconnecting, if you try to be on this account, it won't be for long, as it is a quick labs account, so it automatically will get terminated. So this was it for today's video, and next video I'll try to explain it more about the next module, and so on. We'll complete all the 4 modules for this, and then we'll be going for building real world AI applications, completing that, and then we will go till then we will get skill boost credits. After getting the skill boost credits, we will complete the other courses which are recommended for us, as we have a long deadline till August 29th. It's cool. Thank you guys, hope you like this video.